I was having such a lovely day. I had a song picked out that I already knew was gonna be was gonna be a piece of cake, and then Sloth had to go and remind me what day it is and what song we should do. This song had me just like staring at my guitar, pleading with it to divulge the secrets. But at long last, by the way, Sloth, that was your shout out. You don't get another one. At long last, 42002, the Lane Staley tribute for Matthew Beagan, Scott Rudebush, Kara in Canada, and Savio Lopez. At long last. Okay, here's what I've come up with. Capo 5. Now get your tuner out, and what you'll see is that your E string, your low to the floor or high E string is now A, right? That's normal. B is E, G is C, D is G, and A should be D. But go ahead and tune your A string down one whole step to C with the capo on the 5th fret, and that's the secret trick that lets this whole thing happen. The cool thing about capo 5 is these strings are now G, C, E, A. Those are the notes of the ukulele, regular. So everything I'm about to show you, you can do on the ukulele as well, thinking about, you know, this as your open fret on the ukulele. Okay, let's do it. I can do it. I don't even have to cut. Okay, ready? I'm going to call this 12, even though it's not really 12. 12D, 12B. And we're going to hear this open A string ringing out a lot, most of the song, and we're not going to play the low E string at all. And then we're going to move down to 10. We can call this 10, right? And 8 on DB. And then you hear Eddie mess around, or whoever played guitar on this track, does anyone know? Mess around with taking the finger off the B string and putting it back on and taking it off. Do that however you like. Back up. And then like every other time-ish, that B string becomes 13. And I would highly suggest these fingers, and you'll see why later. It makes it more convenient, even though that's a bit of a stretch. But if you like it another way, go ahead and do it that other way. And then the last time before it changes, it goes back up to the first one and it just stays. And then the D string slides from 12 to 14. And then the pointer finger goes on that E string 12th fret, right? Before it goes into the chorus. All right, for the chorus, put your middle finger on D14 and your ring finger on G14. That might not be your first inclination, but we're going to need our pointer and our pinky fingers for the B string 12th fret, the E string 12th fret, and the E string 14th fret. So it's all... And then your pointer finger goes to B12, and then E12, 14, back to 12. Four times, and then you're going to strum A through B, and then your E string goes from 11 to 12. 3 times. Was that 4? I'm done. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And it loops around so ever many times until it lands on, now this is the only time the A string isn't open. It's going to be A14. Kind of tinkling around on the low strings until you hear that E12. So chorus. I'll just do it once through. Back to the verse. only thing different about the second verse is it lands on that lower chord, and it just hangs there before the second chorus, and it gets strummier, and you start to hear that open high E string, which makes it kind of more of a big mess. I can't just do a part of it. That was 3, okay. The only thing different about that chorus is after it does its whole thing and it lands on the A14 and does the E12, it does G12. And then it ends on the verse. And it ends on the first one, and you just kind of hang there. And that is, I believe, how you do that. So that lane was for you, and I joke, but I bring you that in all due reverence. So thank you so much for being here. Sloth, thank you for the reminder, and I'll see you next time with more stuff. Let me know what you think of that. Let me know how you did. Have a good one.